What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rivera Urban Homestead. Today we are going to reseed some of the squares in the square foot garden bed that isn't growing that well. There's some hit and miss seeds. We're going to replant those. We are going to revitalize some of the soil that are in those big pots. We're going to add some amendments. We're going to add some manure to them. And then we are going to plant some cabbage and some broccoli. Remember, I wanted to plant those in that raised bed. I had to totally move that raised bed out of the way, guys, because the other day I saw the trenches that they're digging up in between the houses. It's a lot more invasive than I thought, and there was piles of dirt on either side of those trenches they're making. I just moved the whole raised bed out of the way. That whole section is probably going to get destroyed. I'm just hoping they don't touch my square foot garden bed. But anyway, so yeah, put some more seeds in where it needs in the square foot garden bed. We're going to revitalize some soil, plant some cabbage, plant some broccoli, and I'm going to check and see if Lowe's has the herbs that I need that I wanted to plant in here. It was basil, oregano, sage, and maybe cilantro. So let's get started in the square foot garden bed, just filling in those holes with new seed. Yeah, so this section is the crisp head, and there's only 2 coming up. There's supposed to be 4. So let's just get in here. And I'm going to kind of work with these holes. We'll pop in a couple of seeds in there. This square was supposed to be carrots, guys, but I have old seeds, but we're going to try again. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put quite a bit of seeds in here, being they're not really sprouting very good. These are old, so. Same with the purple bok choy. It's only got 2 coming up. So let's do another one here. Another one here. This is butter crunch lettuce. We got 2 here, but not 2 here. And over here we have 2 there, but not 2 down there. So we're going to just reseed them again. And the same with the red sails. We might have just forgot to plant these sides, actually. It's hard to say. So that's the icicle radishes. They're doing great. The French breakfast didn't do too well, so we're going to reseed them up. I'm just putting them right in the center of the chain link. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but keeps the cats out. Alright, we are all reseeded up. We are getting some good growth in some things. Oh, check out the garlic I just planted last weekend. That garlic sprouted up in 1 week, guys. Look at that. That's awesome. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, but it's about 81 degrees already. And in that direct sun, it's still pretty warm out here, guys. But anyway, we got everything reseeded, so all them little holes, hopefully now they fill in. This is kind of fun doing it that way. Don't really like the chain link fence thing. It helps with the cats, but it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So I got to figure out a better way to do that. Maybe one solid piece of hardware cloth that I could just take off. We'll see. Anyway, that's reseeded. Now let's go and start amending some of the old soil we have and get some seeds with cabbages and broccoli planted. Okay, so as you can see, I got all these pots full of soil. I just want to re-amend them, get them revitalized to plant some of those cabbages and broccoli seeds. So, I took some soil, about a half a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to dump that into one of the empty pots. Added about a half a bag of black cow. Then we're going to add some peat moss to it. Now I'm going to throw in some of this Dr. Earth organic granular fertilizer for tomatoes and vegetables and herbs. About 2 handfuls. I'm also adding some kelp meal for some sea minerals in there. I'll leave a link down below for my Amazon affiliate link to where I got this stuff. Alright, so there we go. We got 4 pots revitalized with black cow manure, the Dr. Earth organic fertilizer, along with the kelp meal, and I also put a little bit of vermiculite and peat moss in there. So now we are going to do Copenhagen market cabbage and Walthram 29 broccoli. I'm just going to do one in the center of each one, so these 2 will be cabbage, those 2 will be broccoli. We're going to do about 3 inches deep. Alright, so right about there. I'm going to go down 3 inches. Go down 3 inches. Pop a couple in. 1, 2 in there. 1 couple in there. That's it, cabbage is planted. Oh yeah. Okay, so as you can see, we have cilantro, we have Italian oregano. Those are part shade. They like 3 to 5 hours, so we're going to put them back here where the shade moves in quicker. And then down there we got sage and purple basil, which likes full sun, so we're going to put them further down the raised bed that gets more sunlight. So let's get the cilantro planted. Definitely got to do something different with this chain link fence. Okay, now the Italian oregano. It'll find its way through it. Okay, now the garden sage and the purple basil. Alright, did a nice watering. Awesome. We reseeded some squares. We got some herbs in there now. The garlic is looking awesome. The pole beans are looking good. We're getting some stuff going in here, guys. So far it's looking nice. The tomato clippings, we're just going to see. A couple of them look like they could still last, but we'll see. Then we got these with some brassicas, cabbage, broccoli, nice. We're in. Alright, the garden is, hey, it's being accomplished. Oh look, this is where I moved the other raised bed. I just moved it over to this side because, like I said, they're probably tearing up that whole section. So for now, I just moved it over here. But we're still planting. That's all that matters. Alright guys, so it's Sunday. It's already about 1:30. I haven't even put on football yet because we've been working in the garden. So I did have the 5 days off for Thanksgiving. That went by like that, like usual. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. We had a great time. Had a couple of family members over for dinner, so it was good. We had fun. Yeah, so a nice Thanksgiving, but I only had today to really work on the garden, so I'm glad we got some of those replanted squares done because I want to have the right amount of plants in there to just maximize the bed. So I'm glad we got that done. I'm glad we got some herbs in there. That'll help repel pests if there is any and stuff like that. We still have 2 spaces I have not used yet. We need to do just some flowers. So I might do that next weekend and get all them squares filled in, man. It's going to be cool. And once that broccoli and cabbage starts growing, I really like the way those plants look. And one of my most viewed videos is how to cook broccoli leaves. I did that years ago. The quality is even worse than I am now still, but that was a real popular one and it came out great. So them broccoli leaves, the cabbage leaves, you can eat them and they taste great if you saute them. Anyway, I got that old video. You could just, it's how to cook broccoli leaves. That's the name of it. But so we got them planted. We got them pots revitalized with some good nutrition in them. The compost ain't done yet. That's why I didn't use any of that for the pots. But we made do with the black cow and then the organic fertilizer. Plus that soil isn't totally depleted in those pots. So everything should be good to go. But that's a wrap. I'm going to actually go get cleaned up. Maybe watch a little football, relax, and back to the grind tomorrow. So we will see you guys next weekend. Have a great day.